Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Destinies. That's 2 videos in 2 days. I hope you had a chance to see last night's video because we're going to cover a lot of that same territory today. Actually, after I finished that video, a friend of mine saw it and said she had some questions. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to go over her questions, and maybe they're the same ones that you have. I kind of took a break today from writing. I got some work done on my other channel. And yes, I do have another channel. I'm getting ready to go on another trip. And so if you want to know more about my van life, check out my other channel, The Big Debacle. TBD Van Life is what it's under. And you can watch all of that there. Not that there's a lot to watch yet. If you think I'm behind on this channel, you should see how far behind I am on the other channel. Hey, but this is all new to me, both channels. I'm figuring it out. So, without further ado, let's get on to the questions that we have here. Okay, first question. Who exactly is Jessa and why is she so important? You mentioned she's a pregnant woman escaping something horrific and that she is central to book 2, but why? What happened to Mary? Is Jessa connected to Mary from book 1, or is this a brand new storyline? Well, nothing happened to Mary. Mary is going to be included in book 2. It's just that with each subsequent book, the focus is going to change from the prior book. It'll usually move on to another pairing, usually 2 people that have been in the prior story that you read about. They will be introduced there before they ever end up with a book of their own. So there is continuity there. The older characters will also stay in the future books to the extent that it makes sense. So nothing has happened to Mary. You're going to enjoy seeing more of Mary in this book, and I hope you will enjoy Jessa as well. You did see Jessa in the first book. She had a very minor part. You saw her in the opening scene and in the closing scene of book 1. You also heard her mentioned quite a lot. She is Neil's sister, and Neil and she have not spoken in quite a while. At the end of book 1, Neil kind of went off to go and find her, and we're going to find her before Neil does. Okay, brand new storyline. It's connected to the prior storyline, but this is a continuation. It will be a standalone book on its own, but it's going to be better that you kind of read the whole progression. Okay, question number 2. What was that place she escaped from? Is it literally a baby factory? Is it magical, government, cult, science experiment? Why are they doing this to women? Well, the place she escaped from is what I call a baby factory. Honestly, I could not think of a better name for it than a baby factory. Essentially, it's a place where women are being held against their will, impregnated, forced to have the children while they are in captivity in order to, well, that's all I can say without too many spoilers on book 2. Is it magical? No, it's not magical. Government, cult, science experiment. Why are they doing this to women? You'll have to read book 2 to find out why this is being done to these women. Yeah, it's not good. It's not a cult. It's not a science experiment. It's not the government. It's not magic. It's a baby factory. Okay, question 3. What is Scott and why is he so terrifying? Is he fully human? Something supernatural? You hinted he's vile, but I want to know why. Well, Scott. Scott was in the first book. Scott Ryman. Ryman was his last name. So in the books, you will hear him referred to either as Scott or Ryman. And in this book, he will also have another identity. Dun, dun, dun. He's so terrifying because he does bad things. He does really bad things. Actually, if you read the point of view of the bad guy. The video I did, I'll have to look and see which video it was that I did. It was one of the one too many beginnings that I did. I think it was the third one. Uh, yeah, that was Scott. He's he's not nice. The bad guys in these stories are bad. So trigger warning. Okay, how does this tie into the mythology you teased? The realms, the seer, the henge, the lightworkers, etc. Right now, I'm like, okay, baby factory thriller, magical stones, giant bird creatures. Who's connected to what? Do these worlds meet in book 2, or is just a story grounded until the big crossover? Okay, so in each of the books, I have 3 different storylines going. I think I explained this before, but let me try and do it again. In each of the books, I have 3 storylines going on at the same time. One is the storyline of the heir or the seer or the dreamer, all those things being the same person. So that's the story that surrounds, for example, in book 1, that was Mary. The second storyline surrounds the henge and the people in the henge. So the henge is the group of protectors, the male line that flowed down from Ishua and her mate. And the third storyline is the realms. This is another dimension, a dimension where there are spiritual, non corporeal beings, the, the Hall of Records. This is where you will find light workers of all disciplines and ranks. So there'll be miracle mixers and life charters and whispers and quite a few other things that we will talk about in our next video. So that is in the other realms. There is some crossover between what's going on in the realms and what is going on here on Earth. It interacts with both of the other 2 storylines. I don't know if that helps you. They do interweave throughout the story. Well, if you've read book 1, it will make a lot more sense. I encourage you to get book 1. It's the only place I have it right now is on Amazon. You can get it on Kindle. I have yet to put it in the new paperback format, so I apologize. There's limited availability on that if you can find it. But you can get it on Amazon, on your Kindle app, or on your Kindle. It's called Stone Destiny by Teresa Nash. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, next question. The old man slash dog slash wolf slash coyote who rescues her. Who or what is that? She's got that in all caps. Is he a shapeshifter? Is he from the magical realm? Is he going to matter later? I guess you'll just have to buy the second book to find that one out. But yes, he will matter later, and some or all of those things are accurate. Wait and see. Okay, her brother Neil, is he the same Neil from the book 1 storyline? Yes. Um, if yes, how do these timelines intersect? Oh, okay. So book 2 follows directly upon book 1. As a matter of fact, the ending of book 1 leads right into the beginning of book 2. The scene going on at the end of book 1 is taking place at the same time some of the scenes at the beginning of book 2 are going on. So it's a continuous timeline. I hope that answers your question. Mary and Neil being engaged. What's the deal there? Are Mary and Jessa going to get along? Does Mary know this whole baby kidnapping dark magic nonsense is coming for her too? Well, no. Well, wait, are Mary and Jessa going to get along? Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me start with the first question. Mary and Neil being engaged. Okay. So what's the deal there? The deal is they're engaged to be married. Are Mary and Jessa going to get along? Well, again, Jessa is Neil's sister, so we'll have to see whether or not they get along. There is an opportunity for conflict, but I kind of think that's a little stereotypical. So I'm not sure I'll really go in that direction. But, these characters, they have a way of surprising me. So we'll have to see on that together. Does Mary know this whole baby kidnapping dark magic nonsense is coming for her too? Um, no, there's no reason for Mary to think any of this stuff is coming for her or that it has anything to do with her. But of course, at this point in my writing, Mary doesn't know anything about any of this. So again, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Okay, what are the realms exactly? Okay, I think I already discussed this. Let's see the She caught light workers, dark lighters, something about strands, something about possible futures, but I don't yet know what those things actually are or how humans interact with them. Um, Humans don't normally interact with those things. Well, not on a not on a conscious level in any case. As I said, this is another dimension. It coexists with our own. These particular light workers that I focus on in the books are in the linear realms, meaning they work with planets that are in the linear realms. So the physical four-dimensional space-time that you and I live in now. Um, there are some interactions in book one, direct interactions between one of the characters in the realms and the characters, both the heir and the yes, both the heir and someone in the henge. In book two, I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be that kind of interaction or not. Um, it'll be interesting to see. That's one of the things I can't wait to see. I have not planned whether or not that's going to happen. What is the seer and is Jessa's baby one? Okay, really good question. Well, I think we've already talked about what the seer is. It's someone who inherits the vision gift that used to be Ishua's and is passed down to the youngest daughter of the line. Uh, in modern times, it only shows up as dreams. Explanation of that was in the prior video. So that's what the seer is. Is Jessa's baby one? Well, if you've read the first book, which I'm sorry, you're going to keep hearing that. I apologize. But in the first book, you will see that Mary is the heir. Mary is the dreamer slash seer. She is the youngest in Ishua's line right now. Um, it is Jessa is definitely pregnant, so it's an obvious question, but there's no reason to believe that Jessa's baby actually is or will be the seer. Is Jessa's pregnancy normal human pregnancy, or is there something supernatural about it? She seems unusually big. People keep reacting strangely to her. Is that significant? Um, there's going to be something unusual about Jessa's pregnancy. I don't want to give away what that is going to be, but of course, yes, there is going to be a reason. There's a reason for everything in the story. Everything that is has a reason for being. So yes, the fact that Jessa is pregnant is significant. You'll have to see how significant as the book uh, forms. Okay. Why is Jessa so determined to warn Neil? Because Neil's her brother. Is there something she knows about Mary or something prophetic, or does she think Scott is coming after them all? That's a really good question. I think I have it in my notes to answer that question, but I don't actually remember the answer right now. I apologize. I will try to remember to come back to that question, but there is a reason she is so determined to talk to Neil. But of course there is. I just can't remember. Okay, like I said, I can't remember it. Okay, next. The dream sequence with fire, the man rising from flames, the huge raven. What the bleepity bleep was that? Question mark. Is that a memory, a prophecy, someone she hasn't met, a symbolic dream, a future big bad, a future big hero? You will recognize this from book one, the dream sequence that Jessa has, with the fire and the man rising from the flames, all of that. That is a rather abstract take on the scene that you saw in Stone Destiny with the fire and the raven, etc. Okay, is book two, oh, etc. Oh, and of course, the raven, we talk about the people of the bird, loving the people of the sun. Obviously, there is something going to be coming around about the ravens. Okay, is book two mostly thriller survival, or does it go fully magical? It's both. It is both. I wouldn't say thriller. I would say it's more like, well, is it a thriller? Maybe I don't know what a thriller is. I consider it to be an action, mystery, supernatural, magical, contemporary fantasy. So I hope that clears things up for you. Let's see. From the outside looking in, it feels like Handmaid's Tale meets Stargate meets Celtic prophecy meets urban fantasy. That's a compliment. Thank you very much. And I think you've wrapped it up. Yes, I think you've got the basic idea there. Do I need to read book one first, or will book two make sense on its own? Well, yeah, you should read book one. As I said earlier in the video, book two will be standalone to the degree that that makes sense. I think it'll make more sense if you've read book one first. Plus, there's a whole lot you'll miss if you don't read book one, because there's cool stuff in there. Just saying. Just saying. You could read book two on its own, but I would really recommend that you read the first book. Let's see. As a new reader, I'd want to know how lost I'd be. I'm not planning to make you very lost. If this is your first entry into the Destinies, you can go back and read book one, or at least that's my intent on how I plan to write it. We'll see how it turns out. This is only my second book. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Finally, is this world more fantasy, more paranormal, more sci-fi, or more mythological? I'm trying to get my bearings. Everything sounds fascinating, but as a new reader, I need an anchor. Okay, let's see. Is this world more fantasy? Well, it's contemporary fantasy, certainly. It's not epic fantasy. Is it paranormal? Um, yes, there are definitely elements of the what I would call the paranormal in there. Sci-fi? No, I really can't say that this is scientifically based. I like to believe that it's within the realms, haha, of of our understanding of a conscious universe, but I don't think the scientists agree on the idea of a conscious universe. So let's just not call it sci-fi. Okay, is it mythological? Oh yes, absolutely. There are elements of mythology in the books so far, and there will be even more in the future. Stick around and find out more about the Hallows and the seven treasures and the prophecies and all that good stuff. Let's see. So that's it. That was all of your questions. Okay, great. I hope that answered questions that you had. And if you have any more, go ahead and put them down in the comments. I hope to get this video out tonight. Wouldn't it be awesome if I got two in a row? I think that would be great. Thanks for sticking around. I know this one was a little flighty and all over the place, but I'm going to try and make this go a little faster so I can actually talk to you on a daily basis like I had planned in the first place. So I'm going to let you go for now. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Remember, keep dreaming We'll see you next time. Bye.